my name is Bob Africa, CEO of Roofnest. I joined Roofnest about 2 years ago with three main areas of focus: to build a world-class team, design, develop, and manufacture innovative and high-quality product, and truly understand the needs and wants of our customers. We spent a lot of time listening to their feedback over the last few years, the good, the bad, and the sometimes ugly. With all these learnings, we've understood what's working and what's not. I'm sitting here today with Turner Sessions, a longtime friend and the lead engineer here at Roofnest. Turner joined the company a few years ago with the daunting task of overhauling and redesigning our entire collection from the ground up. I hope you're still my friend, Turner.
Yeah, so far.
Tell us what you've been up to.
Yeah, sounds great. The last couple of years have been a challenge, but also really fun. When I started, Bob said, we need to address these issues. We need to make the best tent possible and really start with a clean slate. So the first thing I looked at is the plastic we were using and also what the industry was using. So I started with a polycarbonate material. It's like what you make safety glasses out of. It's really durable. It's scratch resistant. It's a great foundation. Then you mix in some ABS material into it that gives it ductility, impact resistance. And so we took this material, added stabilizers for like UV and impact resistance. So now we have this great foundational material that we can build off of that is going to last years, decades.
And where does Line-X come into all of this?
Line-X is, good question. Line-X is like the bumper on the outside. The texture is actually like a rubberized material, so you do get improve, like even more impact resistance. It's scratch resistance, so you're not going to get like caught out pinstriping, and it's ultra UV. It's like the ultimate UV barrier. Mm-hmm. And UV is what kills plastics. So anyone that's left it outside, it becomes brittle.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that partnership. When you look around, you see Line-X in everyone's tent beds, and it's one of the most durable kind of materials out there. So bringing that material to our tents in a really lightweight package, offering that matte finish, durability, great aesthetics, is something I'm super excited about.
Yeah, and like what Bob was saying, the Line-X is actually really easy to clean. One of the things I love about it on the Evo is it provides a great sound barrier. So it's a good sound insulator as well as thermal.
All right, well, let's hop right in and start with the latest and greatest, the Falcon 3 Evo.
Sounds good. The Evo, it's my favorite tent. Yes, we've named it the Evo because it's a big evolution of wedge-style tents. You won't find anything else like this on the market. We've taken everything that we've learned and that has been awesome about our Falcon 2s and our Falcon Pros that are just bomber tents, and we've made improvements to them. One of my pet peeves about like a rooftop tent is not being able to store your bedding. So that was like the first objective. How do we add storage? We also wanted to reduce the profile of it. So we improve aerodynamics and just a slim, sexy look to it. So we were able to accomplish both of those things by using an aluminum frame and then marrying our ABS or polycarbonate ABS material, which is super durable and just extremely tough to the top, and we've coated that in Line-X.
So it's like a hybrid in some sort. So it has aluminum bottom and a...
Yeah, so we didn't just do this to say, oh, cool, different materials. We've made this reinforced concrete of a tent where you have the strength of the aluminum, the durability and the flexibility of the plastic, and we're also able to create geometries that we can't do out of aluminum. The geometries allow for that super sleek profile, but also giving us storage for bedding. It makes it possible for someone, 6.5 feet tall to sleep in a tent under 8 feet. Normal wedge styles, the last foot of that tent is really kind of worthless because it's so narrow. Ours has that hump to it so that you can actually use the full tent. And that allows it to fit on the smaller SUVs, smaller sedans, also reduce the weight of it.
How about the U-bar extension you see here?
We have this bifold design where the tent pivots on the front part of the wedge, and then a U-bar folds out, gives us 30% more livable space. We're able to have a sunroof. We're able to have a covered entrance when you come from the rear there. It just provides extra space. You don't feel like you're in a tent. It's spacious where you have storage pockets, all kinds of great features.
It's a great look. Yeah, I love that. Talking to all the customers, one of the major feedback was I want to leave my bedding up there. I want to be able to kind of pull up, pop it, get into it, pull my ladder out, and hop in with my, my sleeping bag, my pillow, and ready to go. And that was something that a lot of wedges can accommodate, and super exciting to see us bring this to market.
Yeah, our goal with our tents is like to be able to set up in 90 seconds. And literally this one could be, you pull over, you could be in bed in 90 seconds.
All right, Turner, tell us about the features of this tent.
Yeah, starting off with the fabric, we use the best material in the industry. It's super durable and heavyweight, so it's not going to flap in the wind like a lighter weight material. We also have a blackout coating, so you're not going to be waking up with sun. Additional things, we have dimmable LEDs inside of it. We've added our HVAC ports, so you can add in, like, if you have a diesel heater or portable air conditioner or just a fan. And we have tons of storage. We have pockets in the front, like near your feet, pockets that you can move to the outside. So there's plenty of storage to stay organized.
All right, Turner, tell us about the shell.
Yeah, the shell of the Evo uses our polycarbonate ABS compounded material. As you know, in the rooftop tent industry, it's been plagued with inferior plastics.
Yep.
So we've compounded this material with additives that made it extremely durable, extremely strong, and then we've coated it in the ultra durable Line-X that provides it so it's crack, scratch, break resistant. It's a great thermal and insulative barrier, and it's you're not gonna get that car to pinstriping that you see when you drive through the trees.
All right, Turner, so I'm buying the Falcon 3 Evo. What accessories can I get with it?
Great question. So on the inside of the tent, we have the feather bed upgrade, which is great for side sleepers. It really is extremely comfortable. We also have an insulation kit. So if you're camping, I'd say like early spring all the way through the winter, insulation kit works wonderful. And that comes with strut locks. So even in the snow, like, your tent's not going to collapse. On the outside of the tent, we have the ability to mount crossbars, and those mount to the aluminum rail. You can carry up to 150 pounds because of the wedge shape of it. Where you place that weight is really important. Just keep that in mind.
That's super unique, right? To be able to have crossbars on a ABS shell.
Yeah. So, like, the importance of it is you have to have the aluminum frame.
Right.
You can't put that kind of forces in plastic.
Yep.
It's just not built for it. Other features other accessories we have our Onyx, which is a modular design awning. So you can have an awning, you can add a wall kit to fully enclose it. That really gives you the ability to expand out your livable space. Cool thing about our Onyx is it allows you to still enter the tent on all three sides. So if you have like a hatchback where you can't get in through the rear of the tent, it makes the sides possible.
Awesome.
And then we have our tent covers. The tent covers are great for long-term storage. With the Line-X coating, you don't need the tent covers, but it is nice for that long-term storage, or if you like the look.
Yep. All right, and that's Turner's favorite tent, the Falcon 3 Evo.
Yeah, it truly is. I'm sure I forgot all kinds of things to say about it.
Yeah, it's an amazing tent. Well done. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, so we're sitting here with our Condor family of tents. We just got done covering the Falcon 3 Evo line of tents. The Condor here, some of our best selling. Tell us, what are the difference between these two lines of tents?
Yeah, it's a great question. The Evo is like the sports car. It's, very purpose-built for quick and low profile. The Condor is the luxury SUV. It's a fold-out style tent, and so you have a small footprint, and then it folds out to a much larger sleeping area. But you aren't sacrificing any of the features with either of those models. So the one thing about the Condor is the Condor XL is our biggest tent.
Yeah.
And so if you're looking for that 3 to 4 person tent, the Condor XL is the best tent for you.
Whereas the Falcon 3 Evo is kind of way more low profile, sleek, maybe sexy.
Yes, 100%.
It's just that wedge tent.
Yeah.
Great. All right, Turner, let's talk about what makes our Condor 2 better than any other fold-out tents on the market. Let's start with the shell.
Yeah. As you know, industry-wide, plastic shells have faced hard times over the years. Peeling, cracking, just blemishes, not good. So I started there. I started with a new material that's a polycarbonate ABS. It's a compounded material, so it's all mixed together. Doing this gives us like a reinforced concrete of a material. So it's super tough. We have additives for UV stabilization, impact resistant. And we took that and we've covered it in Line-X. The Line-X gives us an ultra durable, rugged coating that really takes our fantastic plastic to the next level. It's nearly indestructible. From there, we've added an internal boxed frame. And what this allows us to do is we can mount all of our components, like the hinges and the latches, to this frame. So we're not relying on the cover for any structural purpose. The also added bonus there is that we've been able to put crossbars on it, which is awesome. That you don't see that in a fold-out style tent.
Right, that's something really unique to us, is that you can actually put crossbars on a plastic shell tent.
Yeah, and it's because of the internal aluminum frame.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So the plastic, the Line-X, like, it's so rugged. You don't get that Colorado pinstriping when you like brush up against trees. It doesn't fade. It just is superior in every way to what's out there. No.
Awesome. I know the shell is something you put a lot of time into, and super happy with how that came out. So what else? Tell me some more features about the Condors.
Yeah, so we use our ultra durable material. It's super heavyweight. It's not going to whip in the wind like a lighter weight material. It has a blackout coating, so you can sleep in past sunrise. We've added just a bunch of little features. We have pockets inside the tent that you can move to the outside, so plenty of storage. I think we're the first fold-out style tent that provides internal storage. So a lot of these fold-out style tents, you had to deploy your awning poles, and if you had it mounted in like a pickup bed, it was always getting in the way. Our customers are great. They always come up with clever solutions, but now they don't have to. We provide 3 different options. You can deploy the awning with the awning poles. You can have it rolled up like you see here, or you can have it zip closed for really bad weather. Other things, we've added HVAC ports. Again, this is so if you're camping in like the cold, you can add like a diesel heater. If it's really hot out, you can portable air conditioner or fan. We can also plumb that in. One of the things that I'm most proud about the Condor tents is our fold-out rain fly, the front U-bar here. So in traditional fold-outs, you fold it all out, and then you have all these awning poles to set it all up. So it takes a long time. Mm-hmm. With ours, that U-bar automatically deploys as you're folding it out, so all you have to do is extend it.
So it makes it for a fast setup, takedown.
Exactly. So like you can have the tent set up in 90 seconds. It's just really, really fast.
Cool. Yeah, this is one of our most popular tents, and we've had a lot of feedback from our customers. So tell us about what we've done with that as far as accessory goes.
Yeah, so we have our full line of accessories with this tent. Starting off, we have insulation. So if you're winter camping, we have pretty much a complete inner tent that goes inside there that provides extra insulation, noise barrier, condensation, helps keep condensation low. It comes with strut locks, so you can mount those. And so it's not going to be an issue if it snows or anything like that. It also has a snow bar for that exact purpose, so you don't get any buildup that collapses in. We offer our Onyx, which is a modular designed awning, and that attaches to the front of the tent, and it really spans out.
So it makes a huge kind of separate room.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you want to enclose it like a room, you have a wall kit, and you can put floor in it, and so you really can take our largest tent and turn it into a gigantic living space for your kitchen or additional people camping and stuff like that.
Great. Covers?
Yeah, we have covers. It's a really heavyweight PVC material. They're great. I mean, with the Line-X, you really don't need the cover, right. But if for long-term storage or you like the look, the covers are there. Like I was saying earlier, we can mount crossbars, which is
huge.
It's huge. I mean, if you're mounting solar panels, you keep in mind that the cover does tip up, so you are limited on what you can mount on there, but you could throw a bike on there if you wanted to, and that's really unique to our Condors.
So one thing, talking to all of our customers, was comfort. They want to be able to get in there and have a great night's sleep. Currently, we're shipping our tents right now with a great memory foam mattress, but you've been working on an upgrade.
Yeah.
To the 4-inch kind of air mattress, correct?
Exactly. So we have our feather beds, and what's unique to our feather beds is it's a memory foam core that then you can adjust the firmness with air pressure.
Right. And customers can buy that after the fact, and it'll fit perfectly into their tent.
Everyone is designed specific for the tent.
Awesome.
It's great for side sleepers.
All right, Turner, I know you put a lot of time and effort into this. So tell me, what are your top 3 favorite things about the Condor?
The ability for storage, like storing the bedding inside of a fold out, is huge. It really just makes it that much easier to set up. And along those lines, the U-bar in the front.
Yep.
I mean, it really makes deploying it, setting up, taking it down so much easier. But overall, like the shell, we've come so far. We have such a tough, rugged shell that it's It's awesome.
Yeah, and that partnership with Line-X is amazing.
Yeah, it really took us. So like we had this super strong, good design, but with the Line-X, it's awesome.
But LEDs, I know like when I'm camping with my daughter, she loves playing with them. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so we have 3 LEDs that come with the Condor. They're all dimmable. So you have 2 internal, and then you have an additional LED that goes on the outside of the tent. So it provides you a porch light essentially.
Cool. So I know we have a full collection of tents at Roofnest. So, when someone's deciding which tent's right for them, who would you put in the Condor?
That's a great question. A lot of it comes down to personal preference, comes down to the vehicle that you're using, but the Condor is perfect for someone that has some limitations to the amount of roof space they have, but need to fit 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 people in. So a regular is perfect for small SUV car, gives you plenty of space for 2 to 3 adults. The XL, you can get 3 to 4 adults.
I mean, I've had 11 kids in my XL up skiing, cold day, threw my kids and all the cousins in there. Awesome. It was great. So you'd really get you take the small footprint and it expands out big.
Turner, you and the team did such an amazing job on the Condor 2. I know you didn't stop there. You took all of those features and all that innovation and brought into an all aluminum version, which we have here, which we call the Condor Overland 2. We make this both in a regular and an XL size. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so we've taken all of those features, awesome Condor 2 tent, and provided the ability to mount all kinds of accessories. You have 5 channels on each side of the tent. They're a 13 millimeter bolt, T-slot. You can mount your axe, like traction mats. You can mount crossbars, so ski boxes, put bicycles up there.
Light bars I've seen people do.
Exactly, light bars. I mean, really, it gives you a platform to mount anything you want.
Okay.
And that's kind of why we call it the Overland. It's built for like those long excursions and where you need to carry a lot of gear.
So I know there's a lot of aluminum tents on the market. What makes this aluminum tent different than all the rest?
Oh man, I could speak for hours on this. So
sure you could.
The thing about aluminum tents, there's whether it's a fold-out style or a wedge style, there's basically the most common design you see is what I would call a negative geometry, where you have the sides of the tent, which is an aluminum profile, and then you put a honeycomb top on it, but that top is recessed down. And so the problem there is it cools water, and then you're relying on sealant to keep water from getting inside the tent.
Right.
What we do on all of our aluminum tents, and like on the Evo, is we have the geometry extend past those side profiles. So that means that water is going to shed off the tent.
So no place for the water to go, essentially.
Yeah.
Just sit off the sides of the tent.
Exactly. And then we put sealant around it. And so for water to get inside your tent, it's having to go off the side, get through the sealant, come up and around, and then back into the tent. So really, it's just the superior way to do it. It's more expensive and it's a more difficult manufacturing process, but it
makes for a much more durable tent.
100%, 9-day difference.
And I know when you were designing the accessories, you really kind of backed out and thought about how can all these kind of create this ecosystem of accessories. So everything that you created with the Condor 2 is also available for the Condor Overland 2s.
Yeah.
So that's like the Onyx, the mattress we're going to do, a 4-inch kind of air mattress. You've got, what else you got? You got a cover, you got insulation, and you've got the crossbars, of course. So you got this whole suite of accessories that you can, bring them all in, or you can kind of, choose as you need.
Yeah. The Condor 2 is a family of tents. So we have the Condor 2 and the Condor 2 Overland. All the exact same features. We're using the same premium materials. And just like you were saying, all of our accessories are the same. So Onyxes and stuff.
So this is a big tent. I know we make this in a regular and an XL. What kind of vehicle is this XL going to go onto?
Something that's full size. I would say if it's not a truck with a truck bed rack, like an SUV, it's not going to be just completely stock.
Not a stock rack. And the regular?
The regular, you can put them almost on anything. We just want to check your crossbar ratings.
Turner, your Condor family revamp has been awesome. Such an amazing job. Now we turn our attention to the Sparrow. I said, can you also work on this with the team? So this style of pop-up tent has been around for decades. What have we done to make this kind of modern and unique?
I mean, we did just that. We modernized it. We're using the latest and greatest materials. Starting off with the shell, we've We use a polycarbonate ABS compounded material like we do in our Condors and our Evos. That material is ultra durable, it's tough, it's crack resistant, scratch resistant, has good UV stabilization to it. But we partnered with Linettes, who makes bed liners. That covering is like, it just is the most durable surface we can provide. So that's going to prevent any type of scratching. It's not going to fade in the sun over time. You're not going to get those blemish marks that you typically see with plastic.
Right.
Inside of that shell, we have an aluminum frame. That aluminum frame is where like all of our latches and the supports for the inside of the tent attach to. So we're not transferring any force or forces through that plastic shell.
And that's where we also adhere to crossbars, correct?
Exactly. So like our crossbars, they mount on the outside of the tent into that aluminum frame. So we don't have any penetrations through the shell. So this just prevents any opportunity for leaks to get in, because it's one continuous geometry. Like the geometry, the shape of that shell is designed to shed water, and there's no way for water to get in. It has to like go down and then come up and around. So
we have such an extensive line of tents. Who's buying this?
This really is for like person that is just wanting to get out there and go camping. It has tons of storage. It's the most storage room of any of our tents. So you can leave all your bedding, you can leave clothes, chairs, whatever you need to in there. It's a great for just getting out and camping. You have 360 degrees of views. You have windows and doors on each side. You can enter the tent through the sides or the rear. Just all around a great tent.
And we're looking at the XL here. I know we make an XL and a regular Sparrow too.
Yeah.
What are the differences?
The XL is 60 inches wide, so that's like 2 to 3 people comfortably. The regular is 50 inches wide, which we say 2 to 3 people. It's like 2 people and a child, a dog, is really where it's comfortable.
Last but not least, we have one more series to talk about, our Meadowlark series. This is our first venture into the soft shell tent space, something we're really, really excited about. We saw a huge opportunity to bring Roofnest durability, quality, ease of use into the soft shell space at an opening price point. Turner, tell us what you have done with a Meadowlark.
Yeah, so as you know, a lot of soft shell tents are cumbersome to set up, awning poles and ropes and stuff like that. So our focus was keeping it very simple to set up, quick, and really kind of back to the basics. So as you can see, Meadowlark, we have 2 different sizes. We have our regular here. It's a fold-out style tent like our Condors. And then we have our XL, which is kind of a modified fold-out where you're sleeping perpendicular, but very roomy. That one's 60 inches wide. This is, I believe, 43 inches wide. So really, these tents are for, I would say, the weekend warrior. It's someone that is out there, and the tent is an accessory of life. They're going mountain biking, they're going rock climbing, they're doing something where they need somewhere to sleep. And instead of pitching a tent, sleeping on the ground, you're able to open up your tent, have good night's sleep on our dual density mattress. You have 360 degree views. And when you're done with the weekend, you can take the tent off the car. The regular weighs less than 100 pounds. It's like 3 feet by 3 feet. You can put it literally into a closet. Our XL is like 30 inches wide by 6 feet tall. You can just stand it up in the corner of your room or on your balcony or something. Really, the goal was to focus on the basics, have it easy to set up, easy to take down, easy on and off your car. Yeah, and it fits any car is the beautiful thing. They're so light. Super proud of them.
Awesome. Thank you. Wow, Turner, what a mission we've been on. You and the team have done a huge amount of work in a short amount of time. I gave you a very, very tall task of coming in here and basically revamping the entire product line. So as I said at the beginning, the goal was to build a world-class team, which we've done, design, develop, manufacture new, innovative, high-quality tents, and really, really understand the needs of our customer. I feel like we achieved that. Yeah. Just getting started. I mean, we're a new company, new products, new people. It's super, super exciting time within Roofnest, and I wanted to thank you for all that.
Oh, thank you. We have a great team, and there's so much coming. It's great.
And for all you out there that are still watching this, I just want to say thank you for all the support over the years. I know we're not perfect all the time, but I can tell you we're dedicated and committed to being better every single day. We stand behind our product. We stand behind our people. We'll make sure that you get out there and have a great time camping. If you have any issues, email me, bob@roofnest.com. I will reply. Thank you so much, and we'll see you out there.